All right, guys, Urban Sentinel. I'm going to make this real quick because I'm having trouble with my camera. So we're going to go over bug out bag basics. And what we've got here, this is my truck bag. It is my get home bag. Inside, I keep a few basic items. I've got pocket knife, flashlight, lighter. I've got a foil blanket, which, note to you new preppers, this is mostly for sitting in your vehicle or staying stationary. If you wrap yourself up in this and start walking through the woods, it's going to get torn to shreds. I've got a small credit card blade with a magnifying lens on it. I've got a wire saw, which can be used for other purposes. A compass, because you can't rely on GPS. I've got a notepad inside here that basically is for leaving messages, pen, pencil, an extra knife, a first aid kit setup. I use plastic bags mostly because I can seal them. Even if the items are waterproof, it makes it easier to see what's inside, and I can also utilize the bags for storage by themselves. So I've got a first aid kit that actually has multiple items in it, a tourniquet. I've got some extra bandages, tape, gauze, that sort of thing in here. Water, and a few granola bars. Now, the reason why I'm not loading up with freeze-dried food, things like that, is this bag, for what it is meant for me to get effectively from my truck back home when I'm in within, let's say, 15 to 20 miles. This is a sub 24-hour kit. That's what you have to think about it. Just getting home in under 24 hours, that's what this is for. I do have a change of clothing in case I've been in an environment where now my clothes are ruined, they're wet, whatever the case may be. So I've got a belt wrapped up around my pants, shirt, extra socks, that sort of thing. And that's really all that this entire bag is for. This is just a backpack that I've set up and utilized for that purpose. You can get those tactical packs and things like that, but you still don't want to overload the pack because that's going to be a lot of weight you're carrying. This isn't meant to be a cross-country through hiker. Now, if you're going to be going for a longer time, longer than 24 hours, we're talking 72 hours, 96 hours, you may want to consider a larger pack such as this. This is what I use when I do go camping, when I am taking several days off on vacation, or especially if I'm going out of state and I'm going someplace farther away from home. This would also be utilized for that purpose, what you call an inch bag. I'm never coming home. That's when you do load up the extra change of clothing. You grab the additional camping gear that you have. You grab any additional food rations that you can carry, and you load this up because this would be something that you're utilizing for the purpose that you're leaving from your home, your safe place, and you're going to either a known destination much farther away on foot, maybe by vehicle, or you're going, effectively speaking, traveling like a refugee, moving from one area to the next area. So you want to have a bag that can hold a sufficient amount of supplies and distribute that weight amongst it. Now, with that being said, bugging out versus bugging in, real simple. Bugging in, you have your supplies in your location, you keep it with you, but you should still have a bag prepared or at least nearby that you can load up those supplies in case you have to bug out. And looking at the time periods, less than 24 hours, 24 to 72 hours, 72 hours really to 96 and beyond, you need to start looking at a larger bag and looking at more of the equipment that you might need to sustain yourself, because you're not going to be able to carry gallons of water. So you want to make sure that you have a water filter or water purification tablets, some type of canteen system that you can take questionable water, boil it up, treat it, and then drink it versus risking drinking it straight from the source that it's at. So for new preppers, again, you want to look at what the purpose is. Do you plan on going from where you are at to a friend's house, someone else who's maybe 10 miles away, 15 miles away? Are you looking at, you might have to cross your state that could take you a day, 2 days, 3 days? Are you looking at literally crisscrossing the country, depending upon the type of disaster that occurs? That makes the determination on the bag that you're going to be carrying. I'll try to do a more detailed follow-up video later on once I get this camera situation worked out. But for right now, just think about those things and start looking at your situation and making an assessment as to what you need to have to make it through. All right, Urban Sentinel out.